Personally, you guys, I kind of acted up this holiday season, and I will single-handedly say it was treats and alcohol. Hey loves, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time coming across my channel. My name is Tiffany, and this channel focuses on good food, home, family life, and my weight loss journey. If that's something that might interest you, definitely consider subscribing. Okay, you guys, so I am back with another video. Today's video is going to be all about that dang on scale and scale frustrations. I know we've all been there before when we ate good, we exercised, we drank our water, we did our steps, we did every single thing right. And then we got on the scale and the scale betrayed us, okay? And honestly, it just discourages your entire journey. So I'm gonna be sharing some videos from ladies that, you know, just their scale frustrations and how they either decided to ditch the scale or use other things to measure their progress, etc. Personally, you guys, I kind of acted up this holiday season, and I will single-handedly say it was treats and alcohol, but the damage wasn't as bad as I initially thought it was gonna be, which I am so happy about that. The only thing I can say is that I can see the inflammation in my body. I also didn't take my GLP-1 on time and on schedule like I should have. On some days I was like, I'm just not even gonna take it because I wanted to kind of like really enjoy my food, which I know is bad and kind of counterproductive, but that's what I did. So when I checked my weight, I wasn't surprised that I was up. However, the numbers that I did get actually surprised me. If you're new to my channel, I do not use a scale. I use a body analyzer. I call it Body Pod for short, and it's by Hume Health. This portion of the video is in partnership with Hume Health. I absolutely love my Body Pod because it doesn't just give me the number on the scale. It gives me so many different metrics so I can measure what truly matters on my weight loss journey. And for me, that's my body fat percentage and my muscle mass. Your weight can fluctuate for so many different reasons, and the scale just doesn't give you a full picture of that. If this is your first time hearing of Hume Health, here's a little bit more about them. The Body Pod by Hume Health is an at-home body analyzer that goes way beyond your weight and gives you a clearer picture of your progress. The sensors built into the handle scan your entire body, arms, legs, torso, even your heart, with 98% medical grade accuracy. So instead of guessing, you actually understand what's happening inside of your body. And this is exactly why I've been leaning on it now more than ever. Over the holidays, the scale did go up for me, and normally that would have had me down and ready to give up my whole entire journey. But when I checked my Body Pod, I saw that the damage wasn't as bad as I originally thought, and that my body fat percentage actually went down and my muscle mass went up since I checked before the holidays. That let me know that this wasn't true fat gain, and that the scale jump is most likely coming from water retention, inflammation, or even digestion issues, which GLP-1 users know all too well. Without seeing those numbers, I would have let one number undo all the progress that I've made. Instead, the Body Pod showed me that even if my weight fluctuates, my body composition is still moving in the right direction with less fat and more muscle. And that's what actually matters. Going forward, my focus isn't just measuring weight, it's lowering my body fat, building muscle, and letting real data guide my decisions instead of my emotions. If you're tired of letting the scale define your progress, I definitely recommend the Body Pod by Hume Health. Use my code FASHO to save on top of their current sale for up to 50% off. And if you're in the US, it's even HSA and FSA eligible, which means you can get it covered for free through your health insurance. The code is only valid for 7 days, so definitely don't miss out. So yes, you guys, that is Hume Health. Again, I definitely recommend them. I will have their information in the description box below for you guys. Again, if you want to go into this year measuring your progress in a more accurate and just a better way for your mental, I definitely recommend getting the Body Pod. Now let's go ahead and get into these scale frustrations, different ways that we can measure our progress, and more.
I do not own a scale for multiple reasons. So the other day I posted a video about the apple cider vinegar detox drink, and somebody asked me how much weight I lost. But I get that question a lot because my page is about fitness and all of that stuff. Let me tell you why I don't own a scale. I know you guys have seen people who've had amazing body transformations and they only have about a pound or two difference, but their body looks completely different. scales are not accurate when it comes to telling you what your body really looks like. I know you guys have seen those like BMI tests. I say so far away from those because those always tell me that I'm obese, and like, no, I'm not. They don't take into consideration that my height is playing a factor. I'm a lot of muscle. So scale is saying this number, but it's not really accurate. Me personally, I feel like the scale is extremely discouraging because take me for example. When I first started out on my fitness journey, I was using the scale every single day, getting on. And when I saw that the number wasn't changing much, I would get discouraged and be like, why am I even doing this when the number is the same? But as soon as I would pull out my tape measure, my waist would be down an inch. So if you're wondering, okay, well, if I don't get on the scale, how will I know if, I'm making any progress? Take pictures, take lots of pictures, and take your measurements. That scale, if you want to get on it once every blue moon, by all means, but to use that all the time, scales are not accurate. I know there are some scales out there, I just don't own it, that will tell you like your body fat percentage and all of that. If those work for you and if you own one of those, great. But those standard scales, child, please, I just don't think that it's discouraging. And like I said, there are people who have completely transformed their bodies and there's 1 pound different. They went from having like a 30-inch waist to a 26-inch waist, and it's literally 1 or 2 pounds. So imagine if you're using the scale every day and you're saying, oh, well, this number's not going down. Like, that number does not matter. How you fit in your clothes and all of that, take that into consideration. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I'm at a point where if the scale said I weighed 500 pounds, then I just weigh 500. I like how I look, So the scale, I always say that the scale is the devil. Like, just buy scale.
I had weight loss surgery 3 months ago, and this is my non-scale victory. My stomach don't touch the wheel no more.
I feel like so many people think that when the scale goes up overnight that you're just automatically gaining so much fat. That's one of the main reasons why people end up panicking and they just quit. As someone who deals with the same exact thing, the scale weight is going to fluctuate all throughout the week for a number of reasons. Like sometimes I'll wake up and I'll be 6 pounds heavier than I was the night before. But guess what? I don't panic about it. But it's completely normal. Your scale weight is going to fluctuate based on water intake, sodium, food, and a whole bunch of other different factors. So don't let it get to your head when you see that the scale weight has gone up.
So it's been 60 days. I have before and after pictures, and I want to give you guys an update. In case you're new here, my name is Diana. I'm on a weight loss, fitness, transformation, whatever you want to call it, journey. I started this journey 60 days ago, and oh my God, I've been showing up to the gym consistently. I've been eating my food, drinking my water, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I initially stepped on the scale just to kind of get an understanding of where I was number-wise, and after that, I was like, I'm not stepping on the scale again. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. So I went about my business and kept doing what I was doing. After the first month, I was like, I think something's happening. I don't know. I'm not sure. Mind you, this is the second weight loss journey I go through, so it's not like I haven't been here before. So the first month in for me was really just much adjustment, getting used to the routine, building a routine, and being consistent and really showing up for myself. And then the first month, I was like, I guess something happened, maybe not, whatever. But you guys, after 60 days, I was so blown away. Let me show you my before and after picture. Okay, so here's the before and after. This is only a month apart. My original before picture, I'm like booty ass naked. So I could show you guys from month 1, from the beginning to then 60 days later. But this is from September 16th and this is October 16th. Literally 1 month apart. It's almost as if in October or like September, that month, I went super ham. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was so consistent. I was doing what I needed to do, and I don't really think the scale moved, but look at that body recomposition. Something that I've learned to do is not get caught up on the scale, because sometimes that scale won't tell you what you really need to know. And for example, if you are working out and you're lifting weights and you have a fitness routine going on, the fact that you're building muscle, sometimes it's just not going to show. And the reason why is because muscle is heavier than fat. And if you're burning fat and replacing it with muscle, 1 + 1 = 2, Honestly, I could give a shit about the scale. I'm just happy this looks like this. I'm glad I took the pictures because I wouldn't have even thought about like my progress if it wasn't for me putting the pictures side by side, because I was just so curious as to how I looked after 60 days. And during this whole time, I literally have just been making sure that my plate is full of veggies, high protein, getting in movement, and taking my supplements. Nothing out of this world, just doing what I need to do, you know?
Are some reasons that you should not let the scale determine your progress. Once I stopped focusing on the number on the scale, my whole life got 10,000 times better. The scale can fluctuate with so many different factors. If you ate a meal that is higher in sodium, your body might retain more water. Therefore, if you step on the scale the next day, you might be a little bit heavier because of the water retention. Same thing goes for processed foods or just eating foods that you're just generally not used to. Another reason for women is if you have your period the week before, during, that is going to greatly affect your water retention as well. Your digestion will also affect the weight on the scale. Some days your digestion is going to be better than others, and the days that you're not digesting properly, you're going to weigh heavier. Another reason is stress. If you are stressed, your body is going to retain water because the cortisol, which is the stress hormone in your body, is going to be raised. Another reason is body recomposition. You could be losing body fat but also gaining muscle at the same time. If this is the case, 1 pound of body fat is going to be the same pound of muscle mass, but muscle mass is going to take up less space than fat. Therefore, you will look different, your clothes will feel different, but the scale might be either the same or it might even increase. Instead of focusing on what the scale says, look at your energy levels. How is your digestion? How are your workouts? Are you constantly feeling bloated? You have to try to detach your relationship with the scale, because overall it really doesn't determine much except one number. And think about it, that number is also compromised of other things on your body, like how much your hair weighs, your bone density, your muscle mass, your total amount of water you store in your body. It is not just a number of your body fat. So please do not let the scale determine your worth.
Hey y'all, real quick, this is another berry post. The face structuring. But yeah, this is another berry post. So real quick. I had another non-scale victory today. I was with my man or whatever case may be. He was just like, throw my shirt on or whatever case may be real quick, babe. I'm like, it's cool. I don't want to throw your shirt on. Anytime I would throw on my man's shirt, I kid you not, it would fit me like a crop top. Like, I would be so sad. I literally would be sad. It would not be flattering. It would not be cute on me. It would hug me in all of the wrong places. And I'm just like, no, I'm cool. I don't want to put your shirt on or whatever. Then I thought about it. I was like, I'm a little smaller now. So I'm like, all right, let me throw it on. I'm asking, I'm like, babe, how it look? He was like, baby, it's fine. Like, what you mean it's loose? I was like, it's loose. I go to the mirror and it was loose. I could not believe it. Like, y'all don't understand. I've always been bigger than the people I've been with. Like, always.
I'm gonna need you to stop stressing out about the scale weight so much. My caffeination source of the day is an Americano with a splash of cream. Also, you guys told me to start wearing the curls more, so I'm trying to bring them back. Okay, listen. The scale should be used as a tool when you're trying to gain weight or put on healthy mass. A tool. It is not the end-all be-all. I'm going to tell you why. So I weigh the same weight right now that I weighed 3 years ago. And I have an entirely different physique now than I did then. People get this. I don't understand why this is a thing. Y'all need to cut this out of your head. People will be like, my goal weight is this. Okay, or my goal weight is that. Why do you care so much about a number? You have not a clue in the world what you're going to look like at, let's say your goal weight is 140 pounds, okay, just an example. Let's say you get to 140 pounds and you look nothing like what you were hoping to. You just like kind of set yourself up for disappointment in a sense. I think it's great to have goals, don't get me wrong. Like if you know, like roughly you're like, I weigh 20-30 pounds more than I did 2 years ago, I should probably lose 20-30 pounds to get back to where I was, so that's my goal weight. That's fine. The thing is, if you've been mixing in weight training, muscle mass, okay, if you put a pound of muscle next to a pound of fat, they look very different. Your body composition has probably changed. Let's say you haven't been weight training, then different conversation. But I think people will start going to the gym and they put on muscle and then they freak out when they lose, a couple of pounds and they're like, oh my gosh, but the scale's 10 pounds higher than it was 4 years ago. Guys, it's fine. It's fine. You either like the way you look or you don't. The scale is simply a tool. It's simply a tool Stop idolizing it. Stop obsessing over it. This is why check-in pictures are much more valuable, in my opinion, than the scale. The scale is like a good thing to kind of somewhat, you know, track your progress, monitor your progress, whether you're cutting weight or gaining weight. But a progress picture is going to tell you a heck of a lot more than a scale will, right? This is also why I stress so hard when people are like, Riley, how much do you weigh? What is your height? What are your measurements? So I can compare. Why are you even comparing in the first place, bro? There's nothing to compare. I am not you. You are not me. You are not anybody else. Because I promise you, my weight is not going to look the same on anybody else because, again, we're not the same person. There's no need to compare, okay? There's no need to compare. Just point blank, period.
I have my list right here. I want to talk about 8 random things that I noticed about myself after losing 80 pounds. Okay, let's get into it. The first thing I noticed was that I can cross my legs. I've been on the bigger side for a good portion of my life, so crossing my legs was always some unnatural phenomenon for me. Like, it's just something I couldn't do. Now I sit down, I can cross my legs. It looked like I could cross them twice. I could press my legs if I wanted to. So that was insane. The second thing I noticed, and there was not a specific moment where I noticed it. I just woke up one day and I was like, what the heck? I don't have any lower back or any knee pain. When I was bigger, I had a lot of pressure on my knees and my back, and I'm thinking it's some medical condition. But no, I just needed to lose weight. It was so crazy. So I don't have any knee pain. I don't have any lower back pain or anything like that because I lost the weight. The third random thing that I noticed was that the towel wraps all the way around me when I get out of the shower. Like, when I tell you the towel wraps, I'm sitting here like, dang, like, and now I'm trying to remember how it used to be. But the towel wrapping around me, that definitely was like, wow, I really lost some weight. And the fourth thing I noticed, kind of going with the last thing, is that when people hug me, like, their arms wrap fully around me. And I think that's so crazy. Like, their arms literally wrap all the way around me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this is crazy. I'm not used to this. So the fifth thing that I noticed was that, like, the notches on my Apple Watch. When I tell you I used to be at that first one, now I'm like at the third one. I'm telling you, like, wow, like, this is a good progress tracker. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you could do your workouts on here, yeah, of course, but this is a good progress tracker to even see, like, how you're losing weight. Okay, so the sixth thing that I noticed was that in photos, I don't have to hide anymore. I don't have to put my arm here, put my arm there, move. And I'm still getting used to it now because I still always do those same poses. But I realize now that I have other good angles. I have a lot of good angles, actually, so I don't have to hide. But I'm like, in my head, it's like subconscious. I'm like, oh, let me hide this. But I'm like, low-key, there's nothing to hide. The body is T. The body is T. There's nothing to hide. So realizing that you have other good angles and, like, getting out of your head with the body dysmorphia, that's something I realized I have to work on. And the seventh thing that I noticed was that I'm more comfortable with, like, no filters, no makeup. Baby, you used to not catch me dead without some eyebrows on my face, with some concealer under my eyes, with something on my skin, some sort of foundation. I used to make sure I had a beat face anywhere I go, whether I was going here or there, whether I was stepping out the house or whether I was staying in the house. Like, I used to really hide behind makeup. But now I'm so comfortable with my bare face because, like, my face has slimmed down a lot. Like, I feel like my skin has been, like, more brighter. I feel like the stuff that I'm feeding my body is showing through my skin, showing through, you know, my eyes feel more clear. Like, it's so tea. Like, I feel so much more comfortable, and I don't use any filters. I don't use any makeup or anything like that. I might use, like, the whatever TikTok got, like, the little touch thing, but, like, I don't use any, like, of the V-Cutie filters or anything like that. And me and my best friend were just talking about this. We used to love us a V-Cutie. It used to make our eyes like very squinty, and then it used to make our lips very big and, like, inflated. And I'm looking back, I'm like, oh, why did we use that? But yeah, I'm more comfortable with no filters, no makeup. Y'all are catching me at a good time because I would never be on the internet without no makeup on. And now I love my face, period. And the last thing I noticed when I lost 80 pounds is that I have veins in my hands and my feet. Like, the way the veins are showing now, like, my hands have always been, like, on the longer side, but now they're skinny and linky. So now the veins are really showing, like, in my hands. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And the bones too. If I showed you guys my feet, you guys would think that I'm lifting the barbells in that gym with my toes. Like, we were wearing heels the other day, me and my homegirl. We looked down, we said, ooh, when did we get all them veins in our feet? What the heck? So yeah, this is your reminder to look at all the little wins because they still count and it's still progress. Small progress is still progress. Little things like the towel wrapping around you and crossing your legs is 100% progress, and you need to count it as such. my goal has never been to lose weight, and it still doesn't remain to lose weight, right? Because here's what, we need to grow out of this mindset of 2008, 2006. We're not in 2006 anymore, where stepping on the scale is the sole determiner, or how small the number is on the scale is the sole determiner of how healthy you are. This is just not true, because girlies, you need to build muscle. And if you are doing a body recomp accurately, you're not going to lose a drastic amount of weight on the scale. You are not. But what will happen is you'll notice the difference in your clothes and how they fit. You will notice your belly's not as big anymore, right? You will notice your legs are now toned, your arms are now toned. These are indicators that actually your body is recompositioning, and it's a great thing. And people have this like misconstrued idea that muscle doesn't weigh. Babe, muscle does weigh. Muscle weighs in the scale. If you've got 2 pounds of muscle and 2 pounds of fat, both are still 2 pounds. When you step on the scale, both are still 2 pounds. The only difference is one is beneficial for you, whereas the other isn't. And you can guess which one is beneficial and which one isn't, right? So we need to grow out of this mindset of, oh my gosh, I just want to be as thin as I can be. Oh my gosh, I just want to weigh 50 kg, 60 kg. Babe, build some muscle, lose some fat, ignore the scale, take pictures, take measurements, take videos of yourself, look at those, compare those, take measurements, look at those, compare those. So you can look at those numbers and actually compare and actually have a proper, accurate figure of your progression, and not just some dusty number on the scale that yesterday said 80 and then today it says 78 and then tomorrow it will probably say 80 again. You see what I'm saying? Let's grow out of this mindset.
So yes, you guys, that concludes my video. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed filming it for you. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Also, lately I've been doing this style of video, which are more like weight loss topics and things of that sort. If you're enjoying this type of content in this format, definitely let me know. And if there's any other topics that you want to discuss other than weight loss, definitely let me know that as well going into 2026 so we can mix it up on the channel. Be sure to check out the Body Pod by Hume Health in the description box below. And until my next video, have a blessed day, have a blessed week, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
How we gon' go like this? Come about twice in a row like this. When you got mans out of flow like this, acting out like you ain't know about how we gon' go like this. It don't make sense that we roll like this.